Today marks 398 days lessons I learn and continue to learn with you. My hope these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help achieve your goals, really empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about multiplying yourself. So what I mean by that, multiplying yourself, is that we really need to expand our essence, our leadership, our impact. Sometimes we're doing amazing thing, amazing things. And I think that sometimes we need to multiply those things. Multiply the goodness that we create, the greatness that we create. And we need to ask ourselves how we could multiply myself, how we could really do more with what I have, or how we could have more just to make sure that I'm able to really make a bigger impact, better impact, greater impact. And how to multiply yourself is such an important topic for any kind of leader. And I think there's a lot of people who are playing small because they do not ask this question: how can I multiply myself? In every aspect. How I can multiply myself in relationship, how I can multiply myself in business, how I can multiply myself in health. In every aspect of our lives, we can multiply ourselves if we started asking questions and really look into how we can multiply ourselves. So I will share six things what we can potentially do to multiply ourselves. Number one is multiply through energy. This is the foundation. That's the foundation. So that means that if you want to multiply ourselves and see ourselves in different places, more of us, what do we need to do? What we need to do? We need to have more energy to do things. Because sometimes we want to do things, but our energy is so low that we're not able to give everything to everything. So that means that we potentially would love to do like seven things, but because we don't have energy, we do only two things, three things. Not every single person. It might be that some people have enough energy to do all the things that they want, just do not have time. Some people maybe have the time, but at the moment just do not have energy to do the things that they want. So what we need to do? So that means we need to really focus on our health. That means that sleep, nutrition, movement, all those just basic things. Focus. Of course, protect our energy because we understand that energy is coming from physical things, what we eat, what we consume, how we take care of our body, but it's at the same time from emotional, mental, and spiritual health. So that means we need to really remove all the things that is potentially detracting energy from us and really focus on things that really improves energy. The more energy we have, the more we're able to multiply ourselves. We really be in different places, articulate ourselves better. Because when you have high energy, we're able to express ourselves more, we're able to put ourselves in different places, and be able to be seen more. So energy is very, very important to really multiply. And this is just a foundational because when we have high energy, we become more magnetic. And we potentially could be even invited in more rooms when we have high energy. Number two, multiply through time. And that is personal systems. It means that sometimes when you think about, okay, like how I could be more effective, how I could be more efficient, how I could really block the time and making sure that I have automations, that I could really making sure that when I look into my calendar, I have reminders, I have things to do, I know what to do. I don't spend time, I don't waste time. I really invest my time wisely. And that's again one of the best things I learned from John C. Maxwell first time. So there's no such a thing as time management because you don't manage time. What you do is priority management. How you manage your priorities, what you put first, what you put second, and what you say no to, because those are very, very important. And being able to really batch similar activities, because when you think about activities, and some activities that requires creativity, some are requires logical thinking. And if you do a balancing back and forth, that means your brain sometimes could be struggling. But when you really put creative activities in a batch and then you put logical activities in a batch, it might be that just by doing that, it will become much more productive. So being looking for those things and really eliminating other things that it doesn't support to multiply yourself. Because the faster you are to do the right things, the more time you have to do even more things that really could elevate yourself. And that's again multiplying yourself to really be seen more and impact more. So removing the friction. Number three, multiple through people. And that's again all about delegation and leadership. I think leverage is a beautiful word. Leverage, you like be able to at the beginning be able to leverage a lot of things. We're able to leverage calendars, recommendations, and at the moment we leverage people. Third is all about leveraging people. That means that we're able to look into, okay, what do I need to do by myself, and what could I delegate? What could I potentially offload on myself? What is it essentially important to be done by me, and what things could potentially be done by other people? Maybe there is some more important things that I could do with someone's help. So when you look into your calendar, again, this is a priority management, understanding what are the priorities that you need to be there, and what are the priorities could be delegated. What are the urgencies that could be delegated? Because there's a massive difference between urgency and priority. Maybe able to delegate the urgency and focus on a priority, because I think that so many lives are lost in urgencies, and that because people never pursue the priorities. At the same time, we need to really, if you want to delegate what we need to do, what do we need to do? We need to invest our time. We invest our time in training those people that they could be the best they can in doing the right things that you were able to do, but now you're able to train someone else to do the same thing that you do. So skill transfer is very, very essential to being able to multiply yourself. But at the same time, when you skill transfer, we need to understand that we need to really transfer the values. So that means that we need to value transfer, the meaning transfer, the purpose transfer. There's so many things that we need to transfer, because if you just transfer skills, a lot of times those that rotational people will make your investments go to waste. But when you really transfer values, when you really attract people who really believe what you believe, and really at that moment you're able to multiply yourself, sometimes even hundredfold, because those people even able to do even better than you do, because they're able to really grab the foundation of what you taught them, and able to really look through own lenses and really make even better. And that's again how you multiply, by delegation, by training, by leading people into better tomorrow. Number 4 is multiply through content. And that means that's, I think that's something to be able to look into, like our code. We're able to really create systems, not just manual systems, but it's something to be able to look into. Maybe there's a codes that we're able to create systems that could make me faster. Like now there's a lot of automations with AI automations that really makes us faster and able to multiply ourselves just by using the technology that is available for us. Because if you do not ask about technology, sometimes you can left behind. And I think that when we really seek impact, when you really seek adding value, when you just seek technologies that could allow us to become more effective. At the same time, when I think about really becoming and multiplying ourselves, we need to really think about the content. So what that content is, that means that we can potentially write books, do as I do YouTube, maybe podcasts. What are the areas that you can able to multiply yourself? And really, what I like about books, you can really impact, and even YouTube and everything what we do, we're able to impact people way after our death. And people are reading books that was written hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds years ago, even thousands years ago. And that's an amazing thing. Think about it, that you were able to make impact on lives 1,000 years after you. So that is again how you multiply yourself. It's a beautiful thing when you think about, okay, what kind of content could I create? Because everyone is different. Maybe someone wants to really sing a song, someone wants to really write a book, someone wants to really paint a painting, someone wants to do something else. Like, what are your content that you can create that other people could consume and see after even your death? I think that's again one beautiful, beautiful thing, how we're able to multiply ourselves. Number 5 is multiply through networks. That's a social leverage. It's all about leverage. The social leverage is a beautiful thing, how we can multiply. So that, of course, first one is mentorship. And people who are outside of your circle who wants to get some input out of you. So that means you are able to bring your understanding, your wisdom, your values, influence people. You don't change people, influence people, and people change them by themselves. I think that's what I was thinking as well at the beginning when I really pursued mentorship. I thought that I need to change people, I need to make them better. But only only themselves they're able to make them, only themselves they're able to make better themselves. They're able to change. I'm not able to change them. The only thing that I could do, I could potentially help them, influence, give them ideas, and they are able to really choose to implement those ideas. But that's again, that's how we're able to really multiply ourselves by mentorship and giving that influence, giving those ideas, giving that example, showing by example, doing the right things rather than just saying. And at the same time, creating communities, masterminds, groups, movements where people are with each other and really see that I belong to this community because they believe what this community believes. I think such an important topic, especially now when I think that we're struggling as people to really connect. I think there's supposed to be even more groups, more connections, where people really find circles where they feel that they belong. Because every single person is supposed to have a group, a big group, where people think like them. But at the same time, I think that we're supposed to have groups, different groups. That it means that if you I belong to one group, I need to belong to multiple groups that they somehow intertwine. Because if we have just the group that we believe in, and this is just the way how we live, that's when you could create polarization. I truly believe that every single person is supposed to have multiple things that they care about. I really that could create like intertwined communities that we're able to really enjoy. And that's again the where we have those partnerships, different communities, different works, different values, but we're able to partner up on something that really could be really find beneficial for every group available. And last one, number 6, is multiply through identity. I think that is again most important thing, and I started sharing that when you really write a book, that could impact that 1,000 years in the future. But I think that sometimes is the one that we forget, and that is one of the key aspects that how I want to live a life. And there was one person who changed my life for good by really showing how important it is, and that is living. Living by example, living in a way that you would love to mentor yourself, living in a way that you really embody the things that is important for you. Because it's easy to say that you value something. It's very easy. But what's not easy is to show up and represent what you say is important to you every single day, no matter what, no matter how you feel, no matter what kind of circumstances you're going through. That's what this true living legacy means. Showing up for what truly means for you. It doesn't matter what is those things. What matters is that you're showing up for them, that you fight for them. I think that that's again when people see you fighting for the things that you believe in, I think that is very, very, very powerful. When I look into people who, even any kind of show where people coming from adversities, circumstances, bad services, terrible services, and they choose to win, it always touches me. It touches me because they chose to win. They could choose to really stay mediocre. They could choose whatever, but they chose to pursue, chose to push themselves through their pains just to get better, just to improve. And I think that this is again living legacy, multiply yourself. Because one thing is that, and probably this is the hardest part about this point, is that you sometimes have no idea who you impact. Sometimes you have no idea who you impact. You impacted person, but that person might be that she will not share that oh, you made a huge impact on me. I have done it as well. Like there's some person who really said something very amazing, something very wise, and I implemented their advice, and it worked very well. But I didn't came back. I didn't say to a person like I'm so thankful and appreciate that you gave me this advice because it worked tremendously. It really improved my life in a good way. And I learned that I need to do that. I need to really learn how to say thank you. I need to learn how to say that I appreciate. I really appreciate you giving the advice, giving me wisdom, giving me influence. Because again, I think that what you appreciate, so you'll get more of it. But at the same time, I think that we need to choose to give and pour our life into people, even though sometimes we might not feel that there is anything that we get something in return. Because I truly believe that we are getting more anyway when we're giving, when we're pouring, when we're growing. Because I love one of my main mottos in life, and I learned from John C. Maxwell as well. This is that you're not able to give what you do not have. Knowing that, that means that if you want to give wisdom, you need to develop wisdom. If you want to give money, you need to really earn money. So it means you be able to really do all the things that you want to give. You want to all that you want to develop and earn and develop all the things that you want to give. And I think that that's again a beautiful thing when you're really working towards those things with intention, with purpose, with meaning, showing the values with your actions. I think that's again living the legacy, embodiment of who you want to be and who you are. I think that's really makes a legacy, living legacy, that when you pass away, your way of living will be passed on people who are still living. I think that's a very, very powerful way of thinking about multiplying yourself. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.